And good evening. This is the Nerdy Collective Halloween month. Let's see, making some no mistakes, happy accidents. You gotta love that. Who doesn't? Anyway, welcome. Anybody who shows up tonight, awesome. It's 3 o'clock in the morning right now. So Halloween month, like I promised. I'm hoping my buddy comes in tonight, Jeff. So we'll see. So welcome. Let's see here. We're gonna try to fix this camera a little bit. It's always a little wonky. There we go. We're gonna show a little bit of art and display. Enough of that. Let's try to. Wish I could drown that out. Yeah, I need to fix that. Let's go something like boom. So here we go. Let's see here. Nobody in the shot yet, so I'll give it a minute. And we're at 3:01 right now. back. Mistakes. It happens. Hopefully. There we go. Sorry, guys. So let's get this right. And there we go. Boom. So I got some books to show you guys. Don't worry. As I promised. All month of October. Absolutely. So here we go. Let's see here. Can we? No, we can't do that either, can we? So anyway, welcome. Here we go. By the way, if you guys had any chance to watch it, if you like what you see, please, if you're new to this channel, I'm sorry for all the little mess ups here in the beginning. This shouldn't happen. But this is the Nerdy Collective show. I've been doing this show all this month for October. All I'm doing is showing Halloween related scary horror books. Everything from golden, silver, and bronze. So it'll be a selection every day this month just for Halloween. Plus I do a show on Saturday, which is the Comic Book with a Hook show. And that's same channel. Robert the Comic Book G-Spot Galvin, that's me. And my co-host, which is the Cantonese Comic Kid, CCW. He's got a show on Wednesdays, and I do a show every Saturday at midnight. That's the time frame I use. That's the time frame I like. The witching hour. I know it's late, guys, out there. I really apologize. I do have, I will have from time to time, I'll have guests on. So, yeah, we had a really good show last Saturday. If you haven't checked it out, it was really, really good. We had two ladies, two comic book collectors on there. If you want to see it, go back and check it out. Give it a thumbs up and give it a check out. It's pretty nice. Let me see here. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go here. What do we got? I want to thank you, the community, for your support. It means the world to me. It means the world to Jeff, big time. Really, love it. You can go to his boom. And let's see here. What else can I talk about? So I sure would like to know if anybody's seen the new Joker movie. I'm going to watch that this weekend. Me and Ms. G are going to go to another Renaissance, and apparently on Saturday it's supposed to snow, which I'm not looking forward to. It's way too early. We're like a month early, and it's going to hit us like a ton of bricks, it looks like. That's really early this year. But, c'est la vie. So, first book, I'm only about 5 minutes in and 3 minutes of dead time, so apologize for that. So, going to show you a book. And I pulled out some, let's see here. Okay, first one. This is really good, by the way. I'm a big, in early 80s, 90s. And you know what? I'm going to give you a specific date on this because I can't remember. I can't remember if it was 80s or 90s, but he was super young here. Here we go. This was by Eclipse Books. I already knew that. All right, it was 89. Okay, show you what he looks like. Give you a hint. First, something I need to do. Sorry, I know I took a shower and all that good stuff, but here we go. So I got home a little less than 45 minutes ago. So here we go. I'll give you a hint. All right. One of my favorite horror writers, more so, I think, better than Stephen King. Plus, he does art. And he does photography art, but I don't like the photography art. I like his art. He's really out there. Great stories. But here you go. And, okay, from the major motion picture, I'm not going to tell you which one. And the other one, New York Times best-selling success. And a whole bunch of books he did. He actually did softcover books. Brought the dark fantasy to consciousness of millions. Now brings you award-winning Imagination to Comics. Here we go. This is 2 stories in one by Eclipse Books. I'll put the picture of his face on here. Who's that? Super young. Whoop, wait a minute. There he is. Super young there. My goodness, look at how young he is there. Anyway, he's one of my favorites. Favorite artists, favorite writers. First horror book I read before Stephen King was this gentleman here. And the name of the book at that time, it was a soft cover. Well, the name of that book at the time was called In the Flesh. And it was like a bunch of mini stories in a little soft paperback. Scared the living daylights out of me. It was so good, so good. But here we go. Here's one. And he did a bunch of lines, but I got them in other piles right now in for this week, what I pulled for this week. So here we go. This is part of my personal collection. Beautiful book. This is book 2. I do have the whole set, but this is book 2. It's really pretty red. It's kind of shiny. But it's Clive Barker's Tapping the Vine. Very, very well done. Look at that. You can almost see she's like, you can see a little late night. Look at that. Ooh, a little creepy. See I try to fix this right there. There's the skin of a face is right there. And this guy's taking his skin off. Remember the Hellraiser series? Yeah, that's who this is. And it's all metal lifted. I love this story though. I mean, this is book 2. I have book 1, and then I got a couple other ones from Clive Barker, but I have a lot of Clive Barker stuff, and I really like his work. You have to realize that he didn't do all the movies. He just produced them. So he didn't have a lot to do with the writing, but he did 1 and 2. So those are really creepy in themselves already. And all the stories are pretty much him. And they had other directors that kind of took bits and pieces of stories to make the other movies. Like there was a bunch of other ones. But yeah, this is just straight fire. If you haven't read it, if you find it, you can probably find it really cheap now. I have no idea what you can get it for. But definitely give it a check out. It's really, really, really good. Here, and I'll give you an example on the back of this. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Nice to see somebody in the chat tonight. I'm really late tonight, so this is going to be normal this month. There we go. How you doing, brother? Thanks for coming. So anyway, on the back of this, like I was saying, I'm about almost 15 minutes in. Here we go. So from the major motion pictures like Hellraiser and Hellbound to the New York Times bestseller success of The Damnation Game and Weave World, which is actually an awesome story. You guys, if you haven't read the soft cover of that, it was fantastic. And Clive Barker has brought dark fantasy to the consciousness of millions, now brings his award-winning imagination to comics. And it was Tapping the Vine. There's the back of it. And look how super young he is there. Yeah, hold on, bud. Is this the one? I don't know if this is the one. Marilyn Monroe, I'd have to look. I can't remember a Marilyn Monroe cover, bud. With a Marilyn Monroe on the cover. Really? I might have it, but I just can't remember. I really don't remember, brother. But yeah, this is a great book. This is issue 2. I have pretty much the entire set. And I think there's a couple I'm missing out of the Hellraiser series itself, but I really, really enjoyed it. So my gloves are on for that one. Sorry, guys. So that's the first book, and we are almost the 50-minute mark, and then I'll show another book. So if you haven't been here before and don't know what I'm doing, she has blood dripping from her eyes. Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about, brother. Yep. Okay. Yep. I'd have to look. It sounds really familiar. It's been a while since I looked in that box, so it's a pretty old box in there. That came out in '89. That book there, and so did some of the Hellraiser series did. But yeah, it was really great. I was just talking about earlier one of the books that I first came across. Everybody's all big about Stephen King and It and all that. Yeah, okay, that's great. But first book I read when I was a kid was soft cover, and it had four mini stories in it, and it was called In the Flesh. Super creepy, super good, and I was just happened to get lucky. Like last summer, went to like No Name Books or whatever it was called, or Half Price Books. That's what it was. I actually found the original soft cover and the hardcover of that book. I was pretty stoked about that. It was so good. When you read it, it just gave you the chills up your spine. So my buddy must be, I'm waiting for my buddy Jeff. He worked around the same time I do. He might have had to work overtime tonight. I did send him a link twice. I'm just waiting for him to see if he shows up. So I don't mean to be stalling or nothing, but this usually I try to make this an hour. And if you want to talk about anything or you got any questions, let me know and I'll try to do my best. Do you like horror? Do you like scary movies? All that good stuff? Or no? Well, let me ask, where are you from? How about that? Since we're 11 minutes. Oh, it's almost there. We're getting on to the next book. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. The lag is so terrible on this. Anyway, next book. Same time, same place. So you've seen the first one. Now here's the second one. I'm just here wrapping up the books from an auction this weekend past. I love horror movies, and you're from Newfoundland? Really, brother? Wow, hey, welcome, welcome. That's awesome. Seriously? That's really cool. So you did an auction, really? Was the states able to see it? I'm curious. Um, am I even subscribed to you? I'm gonna find out right now. Well, you know what? No, I'm subscribed to you, brother. I'm gonna put. Oh, wait a minute. The bell isn't. It was on personal. It wasn't even on all. I got you on all now, brother. You did something 8 months ago. All right, very cool. I am sub to you. I believe in that. So, hey, yeah, Thursday. Yeah, on Thursday and Friday, it's over on my channel. Okay, so I am sub to you, brother. I really am. So, just in case. Thursdays and Fridays. So Newfoundland, I wonder how many hours. I wonder the time hours. The hour difference is that 12. What is it? No idea. I would really like to get on that because a lot of my European brothers from on the pond, they see different books that we never see, and the same verse, vice versa. And my collection is extensive. Um, I'll be 53 this month on the 22nd. So it's like I've been doing this since I've been like 10, pretty steadily off and on throughout my entire life. So I have a pretty extensive collection. Newfoundland in its own time zone. 30 minutes ahead of the rest of North America. I think you're just being funny now, aren't you? That's great. I love it. Oh, okay. What are we in? 16 minutes past. Um, hope my brother gets this. I need to show you a second book now, don't I? I will check it out. I promise. If you're no, really check it out. Okay. You're talking about your auction, right? Is that what you're talking about? I definitely will. It's on your channel, correct? All right. I will. No, the time zone, 30 minutes ahead of okay. But yes, the auction too. Okay, got you, brother. All right, I got your bell notification on for everything you put out. So if you do an auction, I'm gonna get it, especially if it's Thursday or Friday. If it's Friday, I can be there. Thursday, I'm not home until this time, till like almost 2:30 in the morning, 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m. here. So, all right, you ready for the next one? We are 15 minutes past, and I do 4 books in 1 hour every 15 minutes. And if my buddy's here, he'll show books too. So he must be working overtime tonight. And I'm kind of doing alone all by myself tonight. All right, it's 5:45 there. So you are about 2.5 hours ahead of me. That's what you are. Yeah, about 2.5 hours. Good to know. Yeah, if you got, yeah, I'd be really interested. Seriously, if you got some, yeah, definitely. That'd be really cool. I would love to see if you did like a preview showing or something of some books that you might be doing. I would be really interested in that. That'd be really cool. I'm always interested in something different. So really, seriously, thanks for being here. I hope you subscribed. You put the notification bell on because you'll see my show every night. And then Saturday nights is always pretty good too. Check that out. My last Saturday show I did, I do a show on Saturday nights called the Comic Book of the Hook Show, and I do that at midnight. And I usually have a guest on there. I always try to have a guest on there if I can. I'm usually doing interviewing other YouTube streamers. And this last weekend was really fun. I had 4 people on, and 2 of them were young ladies that were collectors. They're actually comic book collectors, and I got to get them on the show. It was pretty fun. Oh, look at this delay. Hunter Thompson, how you doing, brother? 4:20 there. Yeah, you're an hour ahead. You're just an hour ahead of me, brother. How you doing, Hunter? Nice to see you. It's always 4:20, my friend. That's pretty good. I like that too. Inside joke. I caught that. Took a second. 1 second. Nice to see you, Thompson. Thank you for coming, brother. All right, I showed the first book. I'm going to show the second one here because I got like 10 minutes in. Here we go. 4:20. It's always 4:20. Yep. What are you grateful for, Thompson? Just out of curiosity. For everything? For life? That's good. That's good. There's a good attitude. No, I can't put that. I'm not going to put that on there, but it's good. I love it. That's great. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right, next book, you guys. So I showed you the first one. Now we're on the second book. Okay, here we go. Another Clive Barker one. Well, the same time, this is book. No, I showed you the second one. This is the first one. Does this not look like Mad from Mad Magazine? Look at that cover. Beautiful freaking cover. Another good one. This is the first one of it. So I did it in reverse order. But yeah, real sweet. Love this. So like I said, if you haven't read it, give it a shot. It is good. You probably get it really cheap right now. This definitely needs a pressing because I'm noticing something right there. And I never put my books back to back. I don't know why that's like that. I always put my books face to face. Here was the other one, Hunter, if you missed it. Is that a foil cover? No, just embroidery. The lettering is foiled. That's the only thing that's foiled. Here's the first one right here, which reminds me of Mad. The eyeball and his hand come out of his eye. And then the second one, two-parter, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's right. Foil embossed. Yep. Alfred Newman, totally. Yes. All right. On we are. Yeah, they're really good, Hunter. You check them out. Seriously. Like I said, this whole month I'm doing, you already know, I think. I'm not going to repeat myself. Let me see. Yeah, well, it was kind of cool because the ladies that I had on Saturday, you know, the one, her name was, the one was Lady Fantastic, and the other one was Short Box Padawan, and her name is Michelle. The other one is Caroline, and Michelle likes to stay off camera. And I go, listen, you can get on camera with Caroline, Lady Fantastic together. It'd be awesome. Or what interview? I like to interview both of you, and kind of pick their brains, what they like to collect, what got them into collecting, that kind of thing. And then she finally loosened up a little bit. Well, I like to send things to people, ALKs or whatever, and I had some stuff for Lady Fantastic that I'm going to send her. And so Michelle, just because, she's a Venom fan, right? And I just do it just because I'm sharing, and I share with a lot of different people. And if I can pave it forward, that's exactly what I'm doing. So I gave her this. I gave her a 9.8 Venom. It's issue 13. It is a variant. And that's what I am sending her. Free charge, just because. And boy, she about lost her shit. So yeah, that's what she's getting. And yeah, I'm more of a fan of like the Virgin cover work. I could show you some Delato that I really like. I have a Delato Virgin cover of Venom and some really good stuff. So yeah, you have no slabs, Hunter? Seriously? I bet I have no slab. No, come on, seriously, no. How you doing, Paul? Where's Paul? All right, where are we here? 25 minutes in. Nope, I'm the raw dog. I got a lot of those too, but I'm going to be doing a lot of that to some of my magazines. It's going to cost me a fortune. I think for a magazine slab, it's like $60, something like that per. And then some of the golden slabs, I have to pay like a 3% hike on it or whatever because they're so old. Whatever the market value is going for it, they charge you extra for that. And I don't know what that is. But I got a bunch of those that got to go in. I have a stack like this that's got to go in. So anyway, 26 minutes after, and my buddy Jeff ain't here. Bummer. He showed some pretty cool books yesterday, you guys. We did this show, the Nerdy Collective show, early yesterday around 8 o'clock at night, I think it was. And yeah. Yeah. No info section here. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Ding, ding, ding. Get you in there. Nice. Yeah. And Jeff had some really cool books. He had it was called The Wraith, and it was done by, I can't remember the name of the writer, but it was Stephen King's son. I don't know. I forgot what Stephen King's son's name is. Really, Hunter? What kind, bud? What are you getting? What are you getting slab that's supposed to be coming back? How long have you been waiting for it? Yeah, right now they're so delayed because of the conventions. If you're sending books in now because of all these conventions that are happening until the end of the year, you're going to at least wait. If you're just regular, is like 8 months, 6 months waiting time. Literally, it's ridiculous. So, what is your first CGC submission? Just out of curiosity. Curious what you slabbed. Really nice. The free comic book day one. That's kind of cool. That's really cool. Nice. Do you know what it is yet? Because they give you the option to whether you don't want to see it or you can find out what the grade is before they send it back. Have they graded it yet? And you're still waiting? Did you have the book pressed? Just out of curiosity. I can always give a good words of advice, little wisdom on that section. First dry fry. I love it. I love your slang. It's great, dude. That's awesome. Well, just a word of advice. If you guys like doing slab books, what I will say is don't ever have CGC slab press the books or clean them. Yes, you pressed and cleaned. Did you have them do it, bud? Or did you have somebody else do it? Cross your fingers. Just that's all I got to say is cross your fingers. It's just out of experience that I've had doing this. And a few of my buddies have had the same situation. Well, just let me, I don't want to scare you. So just let me tell you first, always a word of suggestion or just a word of advice for this particular part when you're doing slab books, especially when you're spending the money to do it. Um, always have somebody you know that can press and clean the book that you trust. They did it. Okay. Well, on your personal judgment, looking at the book before it went out, before you sent it out, I'm assuming you're going to say it's like a 9, right? About a 9. Pretty minty condition, really nice condition. Print was nice, staples were straight, the cover was straight. It wasn't like aligned, no dirt on it, no nothing like that. It was a pretty minty, fresh book. I'm assuming. Okay. Well, the thing is, I don't. Here's the problem: when you send about a 9, okay, that's good. Good. If you think it's a 9, and you get judgment of that, then it should be a 9, maybe better if you're lucky. But when it comes to pressing and cleaning, 9.4 or better, good. Cross fingers. Hope it is. Hope they don't screw up the book. Here's the problem: when you send your book submission to CGC, this is CGC now. They send the books out to a presser and a cleaner. Okay, so your book, after you paid the shipping, goes to the company. Then it goes to the shipment goes to another facility. So it changes hands more than once, meaning it's changing hands 3 times, sometimes twice, either 2 or 3 times it's changing hands. So somebody's cleaning it, pressing it, and you have to remember they're doing multiple books all day long. Okay. That guy could have a bad day, whatever. We've had issues. I've had issues where I've sent a book where it was like perfect. And there was no ticking on the edges, and it came back with a friggin' nicked edge on it. Because I had it pressed. And it shouldn't have not have been like that. That book was perfect. And it was very frustrating. And they knocked it down a grade because of it. And I've had other collector friends of mine that have had the same situation. So just a word of advice: take your books, somebody you can trust, they can clean it, press it. So it's usually on average like $15, anywhere from $10 to $15 to have it done from somebody professional that knows what they're doing. Or you do it yourself if you know how to do it. I'm not saying you probably know how to do it and you just, whatever, but have them do it, get it sent back. Take your books and with the cardboard, make sure the cardboard's not flimsy cardboard, all that. have it all packed nice and neat, and then send it right to CGC. That way it goes straight to the graders. They open the box and they go through it. So that's one hand that it's going through, not multiple hands. Just word of advice. All right, next book, 32. We are half hour in now, guys. So now we're gonna do a couple of older ones, some bronze and some silver. There we go. So here's issue number 1. And let's see, 9 or 4 better. Hunter. Oh, I want to learn. You're sorry, brother. I wasn't trying to insult you. Seriously. Not by no means. Just if I can help, I'll help a fellow collector if I can. All right. Did not want to insult you, so I'm not doing that. Okay, just so you be aware of that. But some people don't. They don't know. And you spend that kind of money, and depending on how many books you send. See, when I send books out, I send them like 10 at a time and keep them within all the same time frame, or I should say era. So if you're going to send 10 books or even 5 books, do them all around the same age. So let's say they're modern books, all modern books, 5 books. Silver age, all silver age. Bronze age, all bronze age. Gold, all gold. Don't mix them up, because then you just frustrate them. That way, what I'm saying is, yeah, you're making it a little easier for the grader. That's what I'm trying to get at. So if they did have a bad day or whatever, and they notice that somebody took the time out to right, all right, cool, bud, good, all right, cool. If they, for example, what was I going to say? Like when you use the blue tape to put your comic books on your cardboard and all that, have those little tabbies folded over. That way, all they do is take the tabby and pull the tabby off, and they can get to the book. Don't friggin' glue it shut and make it frustrating for them to open. And have them cardboard to cardboard, your book, cardboard, book, kind of like a brick you're going to make for them. And then the tabs each corner. So all I do is pull the tab and it comes off, and they can look at the book. Make it easy for them to look at it, and their job, make it a little easier without less fingers and dropping it or anything. And they could have a really bad day and grade it just because, oh, I'm just going to give this whatever, and not really look at it. You have to think about it that way. You know what I'm saying? Everybody works 12 hours. If you think about it, doing it for 12 or 10 hours a day, that's what I'm saying. So anyway, here we go. Next book, you guys, 335. This book came out in 1969, issue 1, and it is Chamber of Darkness, Tales of Maddening Magic. Marvel Comic Group, 15 center. Yes, it is an original. Here you go. Some old ones here. Like that. Here we go. You see that okay? Yeah. There we go. Boom. All good. Yeah, I have a pretty extensive a lot of horror books of all different types. I'm sending Rod, Rod, you guys, right? Yeah. Sending Rod a gold. It's actually an old sports comic book. Oh, come on. Really? It's that one. Totally screwing this up. Really? Did I just do that? Seriously? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I did. Oh, blast. There it is. Sorry, guys. So the next one. Yeah, my brother must be working overtime tonight. Bummer. Hmm. Yeah, it is. Oh, another thing I can tell you guys, I forgot to tell you. And anybody else out there that comes in and checks us on the rewind. One of my buddies out there, okay, he just put out a new video. It's been in like a couple months. He's a great guy. Um, just I'm trying to say this in a really polite way. Great video, just great video. I'm not into I'm not making this political or religious or nothing, but first half of it is a little preachy, but all good. He's at a museum. That's it. In the very beginning of it. But when you get halfway through it, it gets much, much better. And that's what I wanted to see. And I've been dying to see his stuff. And he did a road tour. He was going through the United States and he was going to comic book stores and finding books, all different types of books, different comic book stores he was stopping off at. And his name is Mr. White Gloves. If you've never seen him before, check him out. The guy is unreal. He's awesome. And you'll see him wear his white gloves, his cotton gloves. He never touches a book without his gloves on. He's done a lot of videos in the past, a while back. This is his newest one, and he's going to be doing some more. But check him out, Mr. White Gloves. If you haven't seen him, check him out. He's fantastic. You watched it? Cool, cool. What'd you think? The middle of it was awesome, wasn't it? Yeah, splash page. Yep, yep. Awesome, gentlemen. Yeah, it's really, really good. Um, I've been dying to see some of his stuff because he's been editing and stuff. But when I came across him the very first time was a couple years ago. He did a really good, cool video. He had long boxes, and everything was in mylars and hardbacks. You know, like nice, thick, straight card, long backs for his backing boards, and he had them all face to face. And it was like 20 years, I think he had them, and they were all in those poly sealed bags, those vacuum bags, and he had them vacuum sealed, and they were 20 years old, still in the vacuum sealed. And I think they were double bagged at the time when he did them. He had them dated, and he took them out and he opened them, and he opened the whole box to show you what the books look like from 20 years ago when he stored them away. Oh my God, is that freaking cool, dude? It was like they were never even touched. They were beautiful, beautiful books. And check out some of his older videos if you get an opportunity. It was really cool. Cool. It's really cool, bud. It is definitely cool. But yeah, good guy. Really good guy. He's one of the real genuine guys out there out of the collectible community. Mm. So let me see. What are we on? 41 after 41 minutes. Okay, we're doing good. We're early tonight. Mm. Is there anything you guys would like to see on the show? Just out of curiosity? I am trying to get an interview with Splash Page too. I'm in the works on that. And one of my good buddies from New Zealand, Kaiwaka. His name is Kaiwaka. He's from New Zealand. He's awesome too, you guys. If you don't know him, check him out. He's great too. I don't think he does videos though. He hasn't done a video in a while. Yeah, tell me about it, Hunter. Oh my God, yeah. Freaking unbelievable. The Avenger line that he had was really cool. I remember the one he opened up, like 20 something years old. He had polysealed the entire box 20 years ago, and he was opening up to show what they look like. And dude, they were like beautiful, just gorgeous. The whole box was, ram packed, just grails. And he's not a slab person either. That's why I was shocked when I watched his new video here. He had two slabs behind him on the shelf. Now, that might be a joke. He actually might be opening those. He's possibly going to open those just to make everybody mad. See, he'll just put them on a board in the back. I guarantee, I can almost, almost think that's what he'll do. And I think that's why they're there, because he's not a slab. He doesn't slab his books. He doesn't like slabbing his books. That's always been him. Well, I think it's going to be an early night. Only 3 tonight. A slow night tonight. Okay. Last book. And this. What? Really? Seriously? What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There we go. Boom. Boom. Oh. All right. You want more knowledge on CGCs? I can show you some CGCs if you want to see some other ones. Hold on. I'm waiting for this stupid chat to catch up. StreamYard needs to fix that. There we go. That's really funny. Yeah, you like that Galactus too, don't you? Huh? I love it too, brother. I had that gifted to me. It was freaking. It's a beautiful art piece, brother. Beautiful. Yeah. Are you a big Silver Surfer fan? You like Nolan Rad? He's, you can tell he's one of my favorites for sure. Yeah, that's his. Yep. Yep. And I have this one here. There's another art piece done. That one's done by Art Chemist. Really nice piece. And the one up here, this is another art piece right here. It's actually the Silver Surfer black cover. It was a blank cover. That whole thing was drawn out by, that one's done by another artist named Jim Boatwright. And when you look on my comic book of the Hook show on Saturday night, every Saturday that I've done it, all the information's in that thing right there on the very bottom. I've got all their links on the very bottom of my artists. This artist, Boatwright, and Art Chemist. Their links are there in the bottom of on the Saturday nights. All the Saturday ones you see there on down below where all the other videos are, you'll see them. All the information's right there. For whoever was on that show for that night, all their links are there, and always the same on the very, very bottom. It will be always these artists that done these. If you ever want to look them up. The only one I'm missing on there, because I haven't talked to him yet, was I have one other book that's got to go on this wall, and it is it's from Batman Who Laughed, and I had a other artist, and for the life of me, I'm forgetting his name, and that's bad on me. Oh my goodness, I know his name too. Bummer. I know his name. No, dopest character in a long time. Null is, yeah, he's all right. Yeah, I think he's all right. I'll be honest with you. I think it's a cool character. Null is. Um, so you've read the book, the Black series already. Then I'm assuming what Johnny Cates has done and all that, adding the character in there because I thought it was cool. A lot of people didn't get the art. I know it was a great run. So anyway, next book, and I'll tell you a little bit more about CGC. No problem. Where was it? All right. This one is from 1973 February, and this is the midnight. It's midnight. How appropriate! It's not midnight here yet. It was. It's midnight. The witching hour. DC comic watching hour. Uh, okay, kids, it's time to meet him, and then never kill a Santa Claus. And it's 20 cent, number 28, February of 1973. And there we go. Hiding behind a curtain. Boom. Cool. Oh, the other artist, like I said, it came to mind. Sin Potter is the other one. Sin Potter is the other artist. He's actually got a website, and he does books too. And I had him he did a really sick blank cover with Batman Who Laughs and did really cool watercolor on it. It was awesome. Yeah, I bought that from him too. I had that one done by Sin Potter. That will be on the wall once I get these new frames. I'm getting some new frames done in here. But here's this one, the last book of the night. I'm getting a nice quick look at this one. Freaking cool cover. Love it. Love it, love it. Like, what is he gonna do? Eat him? There we go. Bam. All right. So that was the fourth book. So what do you want to know about CGC? The cleaning or pressing. Let me see. The one person that I know that cleans and presses is hold on. Bill, I don't have my phone in here, so I'm like totally naked without it, and I hate using it. Yeah, I'm a Sir Keats fan. I love the psychedelic art. Yeah, so do I, brother. Totally. But see, that's the thing though. Why is it psychedelic? How is the artist interpreting it from the story? You see what I'm saying? That's what's cool about that. I think it's awesome. It's very retro, like almost like kind of like 1969. If you think about it, during that time, the 60s, which is pretty cool. If I remember tomorrow, I will get the other gentleman's names for pressing and cleaning service. And he does it $15 a book, I think. That's straight cleaning and pressing. So if he needs the cleaning, usually the only books you have to worry about having to be cleaned are like the white ones and the yellow covers, that kind of thing. And you'd have to talk all that business with him on the phone. You have to pay your shipping, of course. That's coming out of your pocket. So yeah, you're paying a little extra. You got to insure your books. You always want to do that. So I always say this to people. If you're going to invest on a book and get it done, do it right. Mylar makes it bling, yeah. But the big thing about Mylar And if you stay away from the polyurethane has got like a gas in it. They say it doesn't, but I've had books, people all have their own different opinions about it. I've been collecting for many, many years, so I know what works and what doesn't work. And after about 4 years, because I've done it, after about 4 years with a regular poly bag, a cheap, you know, 1 cent liner piece of plastic on the cardboard, it starts to ripple. The plastic starts to break down, and you get this ripple effect in it. Well, that causes damage to your books, whether you have them face to face or not. It still causes damage, and you'll see that periodically with the cheap ones. When you use a Mylar, though, and this is, like I said, this is each to his own. I'm not telling you how to protect it. I'm just giving you the best advice that I know, because I've been putting stuff away for 40 years. And there is other alternatives. And to give you that alternative, there is a company that out of California. They sell one that's one standard. It's like one standard right below a Mylar. It's almost hard plastic like a Mylar, but the big difference between that and a Mylar is its edging is stronger. So the edge of the seam is stronger. A Mylar is straight, flat, hard, like thicker plastic on both sides. But then the rim, the edging is always weak. You get one tear in there, and the thing literally will come apart. That's the only thing that sucks about Mylars. It's the only thing. There is another company out there, though, if you don't want to spend as much, it's better than polyurethane. It's like 1% less than a Mylar. It's like it's so close, dude. But they call them super clear. I can tell you what it is right now. Just give me a second. All right. This, if you know Comics with Bueller, he's got a show, and one of my good buddies, he also does nerdy, does a nerd talk. Also, that's his other show. Why can't I think of the name of the company right now? Oh, Max Pro Supplies. That's the name of the company. If you use Bueller, you'll get a 10% discount in the checkout. So you can go there. They're like 100 for $5. Okay. But I always suggest, if you're going to do an order over $100. That way it's free shipping. Okay. And if you want Mylars for a good price, Mylars, you can get a really good price at, I'll think of it in a minute. I don't know why I can't think of what the heck it is. But you can buy 1,000 Mylars for $250, I think it is, roughly. 1,000. That's without the boarding. Why can't it? eGerber. That's it. eGerber. But you have to make the phone call. You have to talk to somebody on the phone. You can't just order on their website, but you can go to eBurger and see the prices there. They're going to for all different dates. Silver. I always stick with silver. And if I have a lot of gold that I want to protect, I buy gold. It's that simple. But otherwise, I never buy modern. Very seldom do I buy modern. And the same thing goes for the backing boards. I always get the thicker backing boards. So, I mean, if you're going to make the investment, you might as well just do it right. But this is it. These are called Crystal Clear Max Light. And I have actually a bunch of these modern clear ones, and I'll never use them. And I think I'll be giving these away eventually. I got a box of them sitting up here because there was a mistake order that I had sent out. And these are 2 mil acid-free, premium quality, max strength, acid-free. But I can show you what one of these look like. And this is what they look like. They come in like this. And these are these Max lights. And it's by Max Pro Supplies. They actually have a website. And if you use Bueller, you'll get a 10% discount. But order over $100 worth of stuff, and you won't have to pay the shipping. So I always say order more than $100 and you'd be good. If you're just ordering supplies, they got the short boxes and everything. It's great. If you buy friggin' 10 short boxes, and that's like $40 right there. The shipping alone on that is like $200 because they're so heavy. So if you go over $100, you're going to save a lot of money that way. But anyway, these here are pretty nice. And give you an example. I have one of these. Glitter, how you doing, brother? Yeah. To give you an example, this is not a Mylar right here. This is not a Mylar. This one here. But look at the edge. What I want to show you is, see the edging here? It's nice and flat. It's got a really nice edge to it. It doesn't rip real easy. Mylars do. They'll have a real thick here, and one tear up here, they're screwed. If you break it down, it'll just fall apart. Look, gotta catch up here. There we go. Boom. So anyway, yeah, that was the last book for tonight. Glitter. I already did the 4. I'm almost done here. Hour's almost done. So yeah, this is what they come in like this, and these are actually really decent, dude. They really are. They're decent. They're, like I said, they're just below a Mylar, just below it, but they're not like straight polyurethane. These are I forget what they call these, but it's almost the same as a friggin' Mylar. So close. And your books look really good in them, and they stay nice and fresh. And you do the hardback, nice flat hardback, boom, you're set and ready to rock. You want to see the book that I'm sending out to Rod? Because on the replay, okay. You want to see the gold book that I'm sending to Rod, just Rican? You guys want to see it? Yeah? Okay. I got a hard note. I put a note on here for Rod. And this is a plastic hardback. So it's on a hardback. Give me a quick. What do you think it is? Boop. Don't want to show you the date yet. So that's a hardback. And this is 1949. Boom. You know, he's a big sports fan. Babe Ruth. It's actually a sports comic book. Yeah, it's going. That'll be Rod's first gold book. His first one. I had him on my show last Saturday, you guys, if you didn't see it. Last Saturday show was pretty hilarious. It was fun. All right. You did see it. Cool. I thought you did. I recognized the name right away. Sorry, buddy. It's getting late for me. Okay, it's 4 o'clock. It's time for me to leave. Thank you, everybody who showed up tonight, and anybody else who comes in every night this week. I'll be showing horror and scary books, you guys. Don't forget to check out my brother Jeff on Wednesday. Jeff the Cantonese Comic Kid, CCW. He does a show on Wednesdays. Check him out. Sub to him. Give him a nice sub and the like. Yeah. And then Saturdays, Book with the Hook show, midnight. The Witching Hour, my show on Saturdays, midnight. Be there. I usually have guests there. Some big surprises for you. Try to keep it going all the time. And then every night this week of October, I'm showing a horror book every night, 4 in an hour. So 1 every 15 minutes because of the conversation and everything else. So I appreciate everybody here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, like the video, share it. I'd appreciate it. My buddy would appreciate it. Thank you so much, you guys. Much love. And I am out of here, I think. There we go. Let me share this screen. Cool, bud. Thank you very much, you guys.